Today I will show you two newest ATV models with awesome suspension, Toyota engines, sleeping bars and many other features. It's time to hit the road, let's go! Hi there, as usually it's me, just a voiceover. You're watching Review Machines, and today I will show you two newest ATV models, which are called Enwix Long and Enwix Hunter. By the way, exactly a year ago, we were at the same place, studying previous modifications of these all-terrain vehicles. Today I will show you what's new for the year, not only in the design of the cars, but also in the production of the company. And of course, we will take a ride through the swampy lands, in search of the most interesting tests for these machines. So today it's going to be an interesting day. And without long introductions, take your seats in our ATVs and we'll start our way. But first of all, my friends, I urge you to subscribe to our channel, it's so important for us. And before we get far, first of all, let's check the production line. Let's go. This very video we shot a year ago. Let's see what has changed during this time. Well, the changes are global. A new huge assembly shop, new equipment, many machines in production. It's obvious that the company is developing rapidly. The separate storage rooms, the separate camera for painting, a spacious office. It's nice to see a well-organized production process. In the assembly we noticed the basic models of all-terrain vehicles that are intended for rental use. As you can see, the paint shop has a wide choice of colors, up to the author's graphics. Well, these are actually our new products, Enwix Long and Enwix Hunter. We will figure out what's new in them separately, but for now it's time for us to move on. We leave the workshop and rush forward to meet our adventures. Wait a minute, but it seems we have the first obstacle. A half-meter concrete step. Shall we try to climb? After driving a little away from production, we get to a kind of standard country road, and here there is an opportunity to demonstrate one of the most important features of Enwix all-terrain vehicles. The matter is, it's one of the fastest mass-produced all-terrain vehicles on the market. And even more importantly, it's as comfortable as possible. As you can see on this country road, we can rush at a good speed, while there is no discomfort for the driver and the passenger. The smoothness of the ride is excellent. This effect is achieved due to the advanced suspension system with large strokes. You may say, but the same quads are also fast and comfortable. But don't compare an all-terrain vehicle and a quad. Let's stop and I'll show you how everything works here. We have already studied the basics of the design in last year's video. Now let's remember the most basic characteristics. The vehicle is based on a frame of its own design, the Toyota 1NZ FE engine. It's 1.5 liters capacity 145 horsepower unit that works here in combination with a standard automatic transmission, dry axles from a four-wheeler, electric diff locks, front and rear long-stroke suspension. Factory wheels are 1300 mm on discs with bed locks. Let's see what's inside. The driver's seat in the center, the steering wheel is appropriate, the transformer seat can be adjusted to the height of the driver. There is a large passenger seat at the back, which can be folded to a form of a flat platform, either for luggage or for a sleeping place, which is a unique option for this kind of all-terrain vehicles. Moreover, the rear end has a tricky design, which allows, if necessary, to increase the dimensions of the platform. Driving this ATV is familiar. There is a gas trigger and brake on steering wheel. On the left is the automatic transmission handle, on the right is the electrical control unit. In the center is a dashboard with all the gauges and multimedia. my practice, there have been dozens, if not hundreds, of all-terrain vehicles, and often most of them are slow cars with very severe conditions for passengers. But Enwix is the successful combination of important characteristics. Here we have the simplicity of control and great smoothness, excellent speed and dynamics. And at the same time, I drive a real all-terrain vehicle. The road is everywhere you need to drive. But wait for a minute, I still haven't told you what's actually new in these cars. So Enwix Long. As the name suggests, it's a longer model with an enlarged wheelbase. The length of the machine is 3600 mm, as opposed to the base model of 3200 mm. Due to the increased base, another vertical rack is added to the frame. The passenger seat is now shifted forward, and it's also located lower, which increases comfort. Due to a different frame, there are no overhangs now. The luggage and sleeping compartment has been enlarged. Now there is an aluminum roof instead of a tent. And here is Enwix Hunter. Many have been waiting for this model. Its main feature is that with a standard base length of 3200 mm, its width is only 2100 mm, unlike the standard width 2400. This is achieved by narrow axles and factory tires smaller than 1300 mm. It's based on the same Toyota engine and automatic transmission. The suspension is modified to suit the features of the frame. There are comfortable seats for the driver and one passenger in the base. There is an analog dashboard in this configuration. We move on to find interesting obstacles and demonstrate the capabilities in overcoming them. Here we see an ordinary ditch, a great place to go through. In fact, such an obstacle is more relevant for cars than for all-terrain vehicles. Wheels with a diameter of 1300 mm allow you to pass here even without using a lock. But here is a more serious test. A huge lock that needs to be crossed. First we try the long version. Zero overhangs and large wheels make it easy to jump over the log with the front axle, but then it gets between the axles and the car is hung on it. It looks like we are going to need the help of a winch. And now we are trying it on Hunter. The wheelbase is smaller here, with the same wheel's diameter, so this ATV copes with the lock without any problems. Here we get to the site with heavily crossed terrain, with an abundance of ditches. In such an area, the Enwix Long model should perform better, because it has a long base and a wider track. In addition, the engine is installed lower in the frame, the center of gravity is lower here, and zero overhangs again. All this stuff adds efficiency on slopes. Hunter, however, is also not lagging behind, and it will be easier to move through the forest on him. However, Hunter doesn't participate in this episode. There are very steep slopes here, and even the long version moves extremely carefully here, despite the fact it's more stable. The all-terrain vehicle still copes with the situation, where torque is important and not speed. Here the car generally becomes almost a vertical candle, and in order to ensure it from rolling over, we hook it with a cable to the Hunter. And here is another steep climb, and already without insurance. Yes, the car is simple and friendly to drive, but this doesn't mean that it's boring. Don't forget, we have a Toyota 145 horsepower engine, which means we can accelerate when necessary. In this episode on the asphalt, we go at a speed of 54 km/h without the problems. And in general, Enwix is one of the fastest all-terrain vehicles. You can watch our previous video about this car, when we achieved about 100 km/h, which is a record speed for an ATV. Well, on the ground, a powerful motor with good suspension allows you to make some fun, if you are in the mood, of course. If we come across a water barrier on the way, this will not stop us. Probably no one will be surprised, but Enwix is an all-terrain vehicle that floats perfectly on the water, which gives us the opportunity to overcome lakes and rivers. Of course, the car will not go against the current. This must be taken into account. Meantime, we get to our favorite topic, talking about the prices. The most interesting thing, that the manufacturer offers all the models at the same price, and the price starts from $10,000. Well, my friends, let's call it today. Thanks for having a ride with us. Please post your comments what you think of these ATVs. Consider subscribing the channel if you liked this video. Stay with us. There will be many more interesting materials here. Goodbye.